it. You did amazing. And they're hyping and celebrating him. Well, this is something I've really come to understand. Those of us that have a hard time taking care of ourselves first, we have an obligation to change that by getting into that uncomfortable spot and starting to celebrate ourselves any chance we can, even if it's uncomfortable. And a great way to do that, if that's something you're like, yeah, I need to work on that. A great way to do that is at the drive-thru, if you're getting coffee, and if don't be rude, but if the barista asks you, like, how's your day going? Instead of just being like, it's fine, I'm okay, make it a point every time they ask you to put yourself in the uncomfortable place of being like, okay, I'm gonna come up with something to say that celebrates me, that celebrates my success, that compliments and hypes me up. So when they ask, how was your day or what do you got going on today? You can say things like, oh man, I am so proud of myself. I got so much done today and it's only 6 a.m. Really get into the practice of that because, again, we need to change that narrative. That's the work that we need to do. And as I do it and other people around me see it, then other people around them see it, and it becomes this whole movement. So I know that's a little bit off topic from my holiday travel tips, but I just really felt compelled to talk about that this morning because it just feels like this is something that a lot of people struggle with. And I want to talk about the things that are challenging as well as things that can help us with our self-care. So with that in mind, I've got 5 tips on holiday self-care travel. Number 1, say no. This is so intricate. This goes back to boundary setting. This is about what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. It is absolutely imperative that if you have a holiday obligation, regardless if it's family or close friends or work, if you don't want to go, say no. And make sure you watch out for the FOMO, that fear of missing out. It may creep in, but the you that made the decision not to go is really trying to protect you from toxic environments. So trust that. Trust that you know what you're doing and what your decision making, like how you came to that decision. Number 2, take your own pillow. I know that sounds really weird, but like being uncomfortable when you're out of town or you're sleeping in a different bed, it really helps that self-care when you've got your own smell, you've got something that reminds you of home, something that's comforting, something that's, gonna help you feel a little bit more at ease because traveling is really difficult and it is pretty hard to get good sleep. Like if you're in a new environment and there's weird sounds and the bed is funky or you're, way stressed out and it's just been a crazy hectic day. So having your own pillow is a really good act of self-care when you're traveling. Number 3, hydrate, moisturize, all that stuff because it is dry out right now. Let me tell you what, it is wintertime and we are all shriveling up from the lack of hydration. So up your water intake. Recently, me and my partner, we traveled to North Carolina to see my big brother. And I brought my little emotional support water bottle. I carry it with me everywhere. It's got fun stickers on it. I try to, it's got it's kind of like a little whoopee in a way, right? Like I'm carrying it with me everywhere I go, making it a point to fill it up. And if that's a big challenge for you, if you have a hard time getting your water in, there's this Motivational water bottle out there. It's a 1-gallon water bottle. I think it's called Giotto, Giotto. And you can Google it. I'm sure that Amazon has it or whatever. But it's a water bottle that's got little motivational sayings as you drink your gallon of water every day. So make sure to hydrate when you're traveling. It's super important. Number 4, when you're traveling, it's very important to ensure that you have not only the medications and your self-care items like the, little bottles of shampoo and things like that, but it's also extremely important that you have totems and items that make you feel secure and that give you that sense of grounding, whether that's a journal or, I carry a piece of rose quartz in my bra a lot of times when I'm traveling, because having that grounding crystal touching my skin is really one of those small acts of self-care that can really just help you feel a little bit more pampered. Because it really is, like I said before, those little things, the little tiny things that are really going to be integral in self-care the next couple of weeks. Last but not least, on my 5 tips on holiday travel self-care is make a re-entry plan. This is so important. I know a lot of you already do this, but it bears worth repeating. If you're going out of town, if you're traveling anywhere, even if it's not for the holidays, it's really imperative that you take that next day off. So if you've got a 5-day vacation, make it 6. This is so integral because when you're coming back from travel, you've got like a shit ton of laundry. You probably have no groceries in the house. You really have to give yourself that day to kind of re-enter your normal everyday routine. And if you're stellar on that, you're set, like you don't need to do any of that stuff, those chores, get yourself prepared, set yourself up, whatever, fine. Take that extra day to just, kind of like chill out and retreat and recharge, because that is the most important thing you can do for self-care coming out of stimulation from travel and holidays and stuff. So really important ideas. I'm going to run through that list again. The 5 tips were: say no. Number 2, take your own pillow. Number 3, make sure you hydrate. Number 4, carry around a totem. And number 5, make sure to make a re-entry plan. All right, before I wrap up today, I want to share some really fun self-care gifts to get for yourself or for a friend who might be pretty stressed out right now. And these are 5 really fun self-care holiday gift ideas. Number 1 is the Pinch Me, Pinchme. Go Google it. Go find it. It's awesome. It is like basically, I got some of this the other day. It's basically Play-Doh for adults, but it's a lot more like tactile and more textured than regular Play-Doh. And it actually has like spa quality scents. And this is an amazing self-care gift for stress reduction, for our fidgeters out there. Really great stocking stuffer. It comes in a bunch of different colors, bunch of different scents. Again, it's called Pinch Me. Number 2 is Lot 11. So L-O-T, and then it's the Roman numeral 11, which is the X and the I. They have body butters, and oh my gosh, friends, these are the best body butters I have ever tried. Like, I don't get any money. This is not an advertising thing. I'm just sharing with you what I have had experience with that is a great self-care gift idea for yourself or someone you care about. Their body butters are the first body butters I've ever used that don't feel greasy. They don't feel heavy. And surprisingly, I know when I use regular body butter, like I tend to sweat more because I feel like my pores aren't breathing. But Lot 11, check them out. They're amazing. I'll ensure I have links to all of these retail outlets in my show notes. Number 3, check out the Pendulum bath kit from Nectar Apothecary. So the Pendulum bath kit is this really great self-care idea. I recommend buying 2 because you're going to get one, love it, and then want to gift it to somebody else, or you're going to gift it and really want to keep it for yourself. So it's a kit of bath add-ins that are like salt with color and smell. So these are amazing ways to treat yourself to a really incredible, unique bath pampering experience. I absolutely love the Blue Bob. That one, like, first of all, it smells amazing. Second of all, I felt like a mermaid in my bath. It was amazing. And thank the heavens, it does not stain your bathtub. So again, that is the Pendulum Bath Kit from Nectar Apothecary. All right, number 4, I want you to check out this incredible website called Union Rose PDX. Like, this podcast is based out of Portland, so I'm gonna shout out to all my local peeps. But even if you're not in town, please check them out. They have all kinds of incredible self-care products, including jewelry, bath and body stuff, and they have these really cool little fun DIY kits. So if you're looking for like something, fun to do to kind of, just give yourself a little bit of time and then create an amazing little present for somebody else. They have the Succulent Terrarium kits that are amazing. And they've even got these really cool embroidery kits. So if you are looking for that as a gift or something for you to give yourself the gift of some focused me time, these are definitely the DIY gifts you want to get for yourself. And last but not least, if you are looking for some really good, indulgent self-care treats, ground up nut butters with these amazing flavors like their lavender honey, their cinnamon snickerdoodle, or my favorite, the cashew and coconut. And these nut butters go great on anything. You can literally eat them with a spoon if you want, or you can use apples and dip them. They're just such a really delicious, amazing little self-care treat. You can have them while you're having your little bath. Make it a whole day. Do a whole thing for yourself. Again, I just want to say I'm not getting paid to try and sell you these products. I'm just trying to share with you some really great self-care ideas that have come my way that I've enjoyed, that I think you might enjoy as well. So again, I'll make sure to have links to all these great ideas in my show notes. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to today's podcast. If you have any feedback or you want to just chat in general about what's going right for you or maybe some challenges you're facing, we're definitely looking for some folks to interview in the upcoming year. I know with COVID, we haven't really been able to do a lot of the interviews, which I tend to do in person. I don't really like over the phone interviews. So, with COVID, we've kind of taken a back seat on our interviews. But as 2022 is starting to kick in, that's something we're going to make happen this year, and we'd love to have you on the show. We'd love to hear your story about what's working, what's not, what you love to do for self-care, and maybe some words of encouragement and what you've learned in taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. All right, friends, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have a story you'd like to share and you want to be on the show, please email me. It's Chris, Kris, at selfcareissexy.com. Okay, we got some really great content coming your way, so stay tuned. And remember that self-care is sexy. We're giving you permission to put yourself first.